This YouTube video was produced with the assistance of artificial intelligence. Specifically, the visuals were generated using ChatGPT, the script was composed using Claude AI, and the narration was synthesized using Edge-TTS. Converge. Definition: to come together from different directions and meet at a common point, to tend toward a shared result, idea, or conclusion. Collocation: converge on a point, converge toward, paths converge, opinions converge, converge at. Synonym: merge, meet, unite, come together. Example: experts from various fields converged on the conclusion that early intervention is critical for success. The two major highways converge just outside the city center, creating heavy traffic during rush hour. As the project progressed, the team's differing viewpoints gradually converged into a unified strategy. Evolution. Definition: the gradual process of change and development over time, whether in nature, technology, ideas, or society. Collocation: evolution of technology, natural evolution, evolution of ideas, cultural evolution, rapid evolution. Synonym: development, progression, advancement, transformation. Example: the evolution of digital technology has fundamentally changed the way businesses operate worldwide. Understanding the evolution of consumer behavior is essential for developing effective marketing strategies. The rapid evolution of artificial intelligence raises important ethical questions for modern society. Sentence. Definition: a set of words arranged to express a complete thought in language. In legal contexts, the punishment assigned to a person found guilty of a crime. Collocation: complete sentence, prison sentence, sentence structure, pass a sentence, serve a sentence. Synonym: statement, judgment, ruling, verdict. Example: the judge passed a sentence of 5 years in prison for the financial fraud conviction. Constructing grammatically correct sentences is a fundamental skill in academic writing. The defendant's lawyer appealed the sentence, arguing that the punishment was disproportionate to the offense. Drift. Definition: to move slowly and gradually without a fixed direction or purpose, also refers to a general tendency or shift in meaning, opinion, or position. Collocation: drift apart, drift away, drift toward, policy drift, continental drift. Synonym: stray, wander, shift, deviate. Example: without a clear strategic plan, the organization began to drift away from its original mission. Over time, the two research partners drifted apart as their academic interests diverged. There has been a noticeable drift toward more conservative fiscal policies in recent years. Increase. Definition: to become or make greater in size, amount, degree, or intensity, also refers to the rise or growth itself. Collocation: increase in demand, significant increase, increase awareness, steady increase, increase productivity. Synonym: rise, grow, expand, escalate. Example: the company reported a significant increase in revenue following the launch of its new product line. Governments around the world are taking measures to increase public awareness of climate change. A steady increase in housing prices has made homeownership difficult for many young professionals. Reconcile. Definition: to restore friendly relations after a disagreement, to make two seemingly conflicting ideas, facts, or situations consistent or compatible with each other. Collocation: reconcile differences, reconcile accounts, hard to reconcile, reconcile with, reconcile conflicting views. Synonym: resolve, harmonize, settle, bridge. Example: the mediator helped the two departments reconcile their differences and agree on a shared budget. It can be difficult to reconcile the desire for rapid economic growth with environmental sustainability. The accountant spent several hours trying to reconcile the discrepancies between the two financial reports. Discrepancy. Definition: a lack of agreement or consistency between facts, figures, or statements that should correspond with each other. Collocation: significant discrepancy, discrepancy between, identify a discrepancy, explain the discrepancy, resolve a discrepancy. Synonym: inconsistency, difference, gap, variation. Example: auditors identified a significant discrepancy between the reported earnings and the actual financial records. The discrepancy between the survey results and real-world outcomes prompted further investigation. Management must address the discrepancy between company policy and everyday workplace practices. Sacrifice. Definition: to give up something valuable or important for the sake of a greater purpose, goal, or another person's benefit, also refers to the thing given up. Collocation: make a sacrifice, personal sacrifice, sacrifice quality, willing to sacrifice, sacrifice for. Synonym: give up, forfeit, surrender, relinquish. Example: many entrepreneurs sacrifice personal time and financial security in the early stages of building a business. The team refused to sacrifice quality in order to meet an unrealistic production deadline. Her parents made enormous personal sacrifices to ensure she could receive the best education possible. Gene. Definition: a unit of hereditary information found in DNA that determines specific characteristics or traits passed from parents to offspring. Collocation: gene expression, gene therapy, gene mutation, identify a gene, gene pool. Synonym: hereditary unit, DNA segment, genetic factor, chromosome unit. Example: scientists recently identified a gene that may be linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Advances in gene therapy have opened promising new avenues for treating previously incurable conditions. The study examined how environmental factors can influence gene expression across multiple generations. Tangential. Definition: only slightly or indirectly related to the main subject, diverging from the central topic or purpose. Collocation: tangential to the topic, tangential point, tangential issue, tangential remark, tangential relationship. Synonym: peripheral, incidental, marginal, irrelevant. Example: the professor asked the student to stay focused, as his comment was tangential to the main discussion. While the data was interesting, it proved to be tangential to the core objectives of the research. The committee decided to set aside tangential issues and concentrate on the primary agenda items. Polarization. Definition: the process of dividing people, opinions, or groups into two sharply contrasting or opposing positions. Collocation: political polarization, social polarization, increasing polarization, polarization of opinion, reduce polarization. Synonym: division, separation, split, divergence. Example: political polarization has made it increasingly difficult for lawmakers to reach bipartisan agreements. Social media algorithms are often criticized for contributing to the polarization of public opinion. Economists warn that growing income inequality could lead to deeper social polarization in the coming decades. Documentary. Definition: a film, television program, or other media work that presents factual information about real events, people, or issues. Collocation: documentary film, documentary evidence, watch a documentary, award-winning documentary, produce a documentary. Synonym: factual film, non-fiction program, report, chronicle. Example: the award-winning documentary shed light on the environmental impact of fast fashion around the world. She produced a compelling documentary about the challenges faced by immigrant communities in large cities. The history class watched a documentary that explored the political events leading up to the revolution. Calibration. Definition: the process of adjusting or fine-tuning an instrument, system, or method to ensure accuracy and consistency of results. Collocation: calibration of instruments, calibration process, require calibration, regular calibration, precise calibration. Synonym: adjustment, fine-tuning, alignment, standardization. Example: precise calibration of laboratory equipment is essential to ensure the reliability of experimental results. The engineering team completed the calibration of the new sensors before deploying them in the field. Regular calibration of measurement tools helps maintain quality standards throughout the manufacturing process. Tremendous. Definition: extremely large, great, or intense in amount, scale, or degree. Also used to describe something remarkably impressive or excellent. Collocation: tremendous effort, tremendous impact, tremendous growth, tremendous pressure, tremendous opportunity. Synonym: enormous, immense, remarkable, extraordinary. Example: the volunteers made a tremendous effort to rebuild the community center after the devastating flood. The introduction of high-speed internet had a tremendous impact on rural education and business development. The company experienced tremendous growth after expanding its operations into Southeast Asian markets. Suspend. Definition: to temporarily stop, delay, or prevent something from continuing. Also means to hang something from above or to remove someone from a position for a period of time. Collocation: suspend operations, suspend a license, suspend judgment, suspend a student, temporarily suspend. Synonym: halt, postpone, pause, defer. Example: the airline decided to suspend all flights to the region due to severe weather conditions. The university may suspend students who are found guilty of violating the academic integrity policy. It is wise to suspend judgment until all the relevant facts and evidence have been thoroughly examined. Crime. Definition: an unlawful act that is punishable by law, behavior that violates the rules or standards established by a governing authority. Collocation: commit a crime, crime rate, organized crime, crime prevention, violent crime. Synonym: offense, violation, wrongdoing, felony. Example: the city implemented new surveillance technology as part of its broader crime prevention strategy. Organized crime remains one of the most serious threats to public safety in several regions. Community engagement programs have proven effective in reducing violent crime rates in urban neighborhoods. Campaign. Definition: an organized course of action designed to achieve a particular goal, often in politics, marketing, or social advocacy. Collocation: advertising campaign, election campaign, campaign for, launch a campaign, campaign strategy. Synonym: drive, movement, initiative, effort. Example: the nonprofit organization launched a nationwide campaign to raise awareness about mental health issues. Her election campaign focused on improving public education and reducing healthcare costs. The advertising campaign successfully increased brand recognition among younger consumer demographics. Definitive. Definition: done or reached in a way that is final, conclusive, and cannot be questioned or improved upon, representing the most authoritative or complete version. Collocation: definitive answer, definitive guide, definitive edition, definitive proof, definitive conclusion. Synonym: conclusive, authoritative, ultimate, final. Example: the investigation failed to produce a definitive answer regarding the cause of the system failure. This textbook is widely regarded as the definitive guide to modern corporate finance. Scientists are still searching for definitive proof that the treatment is effective for all patient groups. Inevitably. Definition: in a way that is certain to happen and cannot be prevented or avoided. Collocation: inevitably lead to, inevitably result in, will inevitably, inevitably arise, inevitably change. Synonym: unavoidably, certainly, necessarily, inescapably. Example: rapid technological advancement will inevitably lead to significant changes in the global labor market. Conflicts inevitably arise when team members hold fundamentally different views on project priorities. As the population continues to grow, demand for natural resources will inevitably increase. Result. Definition: a consequence, outcome, or effect produced by an action, process, or event, also means to occur as a consequence of something. Collocation: as a result, produce results, result in, end result, achieve results, result from. Synonym: outcome, consequence, effect, product. Example: as a result of the new policy, Employee satisfaction improved significantly across all departments. The experiment produced unexpected results that challenged several widely accepted scientific assumptions. Poor planning and inadequate communication resulted in costly delays throughout the construction project.